Hi, folks. Well, this is a first for Sty. I know we're going to have some latency. I'm using the webcam off my laptop. This is a first. Oh, hey, Cheesehead, I'm glad you jumped on. Hey, you gotta kind of give me some input. I was just saying that, yeah, there's going to be some latency because I'm using my webcam off my laptop, and I can see the latency myself. But it is what it is. Just had to give it a try, see what's going on. If you don't try it once, you won't try it at all. So, yeah, I saw that I noticed on Facebook you were chatting away. Hey, Calvin. Yeah. Do you know how to give me a wrench? Wrench or wench? No, I'm trying to figure that out. I'd like to give you and Calvin a wrench. I kick Calvin out of here. Hey, Mike. Yeah, hey, Cheesehead, how do I give you a wrench? So, yeah, here I'm not saying a darn thing, am I? I like how you guys are saying, be nice, be nice, be nice. Let's keep this nice. As nice as folks like us can keep it, right? Oh, there, I think I know. Dot, 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 dot. There we go. I found it. You got a wrench. I'm giving one to Calvin too. You know, because I want you guys to be able to play fair. And if you're both moderators, then well, I might lose two moderators, huh? You'll both kick each other off. Oh, hey, Mike, you got to go look at his artifact hunt. That was good. That boy, he hit that was the honey pot. That was a sweet spot. Yeah. Niagara Falls. Hey, thanks for jumping on there. X Jeep Mannix. You know these YouTube names, boy, they can get pretty interesting, can't they? So if people throw me a nickname, I'll probably get used to it. Well, I'm going to take a peek, but the last time I looked, we were at 5 below. What is it? Oh boy, heat wave. It's 4 degrees. with a 14 below wind chill. That's why I'm indoors. Hey, Mr. Tat 64, thanks. Yeah, I'm well. I got a day off today. You woke up to negative 14, H, he said. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Chris. You're below me anyway. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. Okay. Can you all hear me okay? That's one of my concerns is, as some of you probably say, who wants to hear him anyway? Hike with Mike. Hey. Yeah. What's it like down there in Florida temp-wise? There's a little story about Florida and what they think is cold. Years ago for work. Oh, hey, before I get on with that, AOK Foraging and Adventures. Hi. It's nice to see you on here. This is my first live feed, folks. So hopefully nobody will be beating me up. It's going to be in the high 30s in the morning. Wow. Cold in Florida. The east coast of the UK has got 0 degrees. Yeah. Good reason to hibernate. Darn sure. Well, I'm going to tell you real quick. Years ago in my work, I traveled all over. I flew all over the place. And I had a trip down to Tampa to a business meeting. And the hotel I stayed in, it was a big conference. And there was a whole bunch of us from Wisconsin that went down there. Now, this was in the winter. And the hotel had a swimming pool. And we got there and we said, oh my gosh, there's a swimming pool. Back home, there's 3 feet of ice on Lake Superior. And they got a swimming pool. And there's no ice on it. Well, we were all so thrilled. We weren't even there a couple hours. And we all went, sent somebody to get a few 6-packs of beer. And we went to the pool. Well, everything's locked up. The gate's locked. We did, what the heck? So we figured out, we pushed a couple tables around and managed to climb over the wall to get to the swimming pool. So we're out there having a great old time, having a few beers and swimming away. And all of a sudden, here comes these 2 guys come out of this side door yelling at us, all of you get the heck out of that pool. What the heck's the matter with you? And we said, well, we're swimming and it's the middle of the day. What's the matter with that? And the one guy says, I manage this hotel. And he says, this swimming pool is closed. I said, well, you should have a closed sign up. And I said, why is it closed? And he goes, well, it's the middle of the winter, man. And I said, yeah, but it's so nice out. He goes, it's only 70 degrees. We got the pool closed for the winter. We looked at each other and said, our lake water back home only gets into the 40s in the summer. So what's 70 degrees is a heat wave. So, yeah, they're going to throw us out of the pool. It cost me $200. I give that guy $200 to look the other way for the 3 or 4 days we were down there. I don't know, Florida. And everybody was wearing sweaters. We're running around in our gym shorts, just loving it. And they're looking at us like we're nuts. Yeah, that's part of being from Wisconsin, I guess. Hey, Gator, I see you're on here too, eh? See, that's something I'm going to have to get used to is keeping up with the folks as they pop on. Yeah, I like that, Hecko all. What's Hecko? Yeah, Mr. Tats, that's right. We had a couple of guys that were just troublemakers. They wanted to throw him in until he said he managed the whole hotel. Then we decided, well, we don't want to get kicked out. But they were going to throw him in, show him just how warm the water really was. Hey, Owen. Hey, for all of my followers, Owen is my grandson. Awesome. Glad you're here, buddy. I hope everything's okay down your way. They're closer to central Wisconsin. I don't get to see my grandkids often. It's nice to see them pop on here. Oh my gosh. And there's my daughter, Mariah. Yeah, hey, Gramps. Hey, kiddo, Mo. So if you hear me talking about Mo, that's my daughter. Oh, it's Willie using his mother's site. Hey, Will. Hey, using your mom's. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, so they can't blame you. $55 degrees and they were freaking out. Yeah. No, that's nice warm water there, Calvin. Okay, okay. Boy, thank you for stopping in. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon. Hey, good. I'm glad to hear it's going great there, Owen. Hey, being your host for the first time. One thing I want to oh, Mr. Dads, I so misread that. I thought it's Willie meant something like Wendy and Chili. That's a good one. Hey, what do you think of that, Will? I see the smiley on there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, you folks, if you ever met Will, he's a character. He's a character. Will and I had some good times together. I used to live with my daughter and her family down in central Wisconsin. That's when I had my heart attack. Yeah, I lived in a shack, just like I did up here years before that. And Will, yeah, he was an everyday visitor at the Sty Shack, and I really miss those days. Okay, what do we got going on here? You all be good. I guess I think glad that made it first. Thanks, everyone. Gotta go to work at 9 p.m. Sleeping time for me. Oh yeah, get to bed, Calvin. What's the matter with you? Get to bed and go to work. Yeah, I know what that's like, Calvin. You have a nice day, Calvin. Boy, it's so nice to see all you folks hopping on here. And this being my first live feed, it was really just a test. I'm not even certain how long I'm going to go on this one. It's all new to me. There's some things that I'm considering. I'm not sure if these live feeds seem to be working. I'm thinking of doing a live feed. Like I always say, I'm open to suggestions. I'm thinking of starting in April, doing Sunday Sty Stories live. I'll tell one or two Sty stories during the live feed and then just chat and open conversation. I think I'll be doing an occasional live feed that's topic based. But we're going to see where it goes with the live feeds. I can't swing high-end equipment, so I have to kind of live with lag, this latency issue. Maybe eventually I can upgrade. We'll see. I'll tell you what, let's see what we got going on here. Last 6 months, it's just like being in prison every day and looking out through the bars, and they had a good job. Hey, Gator's World there. Gator, every time I go to work, I feel like I got 300 pounds on my shoulders. I do not want to go there. I don't want to be there. I want to retire so bad. April 6th is my last scheduled day of work. April 7th will be pure heaven. For one thing, I'm going to sleep till noon. Yeah. Life's tough. It is. And I tell you what, when you get to the end, you're going, well, now I'm going to be able to not have to have the 8 to 5 grind. Well, I don't. I work nights, but I would I don't know how to put it, but you get to this age and you're going to retire, and then you go, I don't have that much time. Boy, I got to make this good. I got to try to enjoy every minute. I don't have a lot of time left. You got those few years when you're young. Somebody's taking care of you. Then you got all those years of working. And then you got a few years of being old. And you usually end up with someone taking care of you. So you got to, when you retire, boy, take advantage of it. I got to take a look at this chat here, see what you guys are saying. Hey, plain old Chuck. That's, I started this live feed right after I posted What a Ride. And I thought once I got the live feed set up, I go, well, there we go. I'm just taking views away from my posted video. I'm competing with myself. Oh, well, Things happen. Hey, Mr. Tats, yeah, yeah. Um, but I'll tell you what, it's amazing how many people would love to be involved with the cleaning up and sharpening and restoring an old knife, as long as there's a bunch of conversation to go with it during the process, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Um, Not the Queen's English that day. I I've had some real doozies, especially on this. My left hand has taken a hit a few times with razor sharp knife right to the bone, and I've had video going, and one, in fact, the blood on the that splashed on the lens really looked awesome, but I didn't dare show it to anybody. So yeah, YouTube wouldn't like that stuff. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Well, she said you go ahead and call at 6 a.m. on the 7th and leave a voice message because I'm silencing that phone. Ain't no calls coming in. In fact, I even told the managers of this building I live in, if this place catches on fire on April 7th, don't bother looking for me. Just haul me out when you clean the place up because I'll sleep right through it. Yeah, Gator, you're probably right. I probably won't sleep that late. I'll want to, but yeah. I'll tell you what, Mr. Tats, retirement. You're so right. And I think a lot of people see, I tried retiring, semi-retired, I would say, because I considered my days up at Camp WTF retirement, a working retirement. But everybody I've ever known that has gone through retirement, the majority of those folks all said the same thing. You need to be, you need an occupation. You need to be occupied. Um, Retirement is all fine and dandy, but you definitely need to to occupy yourself with something, whether it be a part-time job or hobbies and activities. Just sitting still, really, boy, that grows old. That grows real old. Now, I'm assuming that's still you, Will, but got to do what you love and make it a good life. Yeah, life is what we make of it. Um, Come good or bad, you got to make the best of things. See, now plain old Chuck, he got it figured out. He's been retired for 7 years and he loves it. Silencing the phone. Yeah, that's a good line. I like that. I like that too. But Chuck, I have no idea where I ever found time to go to work. That's good. I like that. Yep, Mr. Tats, you're absolutely right. Yeah, us old guys are talking about retirement. Some of the younger ones, they're looking down the road going, I got a few years to go yet. Oh, yeah. Gator, that's a good point. It's winters are tough. I used to just love winter camping, and if you look back at my old videos, the videos from Camp WTF and my lean-to series, lean-to series especially, I did winter camping, and that was just 3 years ago, and loved it. And I'll tell you what, now, well, after I had my heart attack and the surgery, all that garbage, I found, boy, that cold, it doesn't like me and I don't like it. Winter camping is going to be tough. It's going to be tough for me. Yeah. Flatbrook Frank, hey, all you folks from over the pond, I love that. That's the amazing thing about this is that we get folks from all over the world, Hammock outdoors. There you go, Mr. Tats. Yeah, I hope that that hammock works out good for you. I really do. Now, I've got my, you may have seen it in one of the older videos. I've got a really nice utility trailer, matches my King Ranch truck, really nice. And I'm actually converting that utility trailer into the Sty Shack 2. All my bushcrafting gear, camping gear, everything's going to be housed in that trailer. And I'm trying to design things within the trailer that I can hang my hammock inside the trailer. And I start that project end of April, early May. And before the summer's up, I'll be hauling that trailer around and going on some adventures with that trailer. I've got a couple other pieces of equipment I'm adding to my truck and to my camping that I'm going to share with everybody this spring. I'm not letting the cat out of the bag today, though. Let's see. Yeah, Owen, everything's going good. Everything's going good, Owen. Gramps is going to, like I said, I'm going to retire in April. I'll have some free time. And I may be able to zip on down and see you folks more than once a year. And I won't have to miss Christmases anymore because I won't have to work. Um, yeah, this Christmas I worked the 3 days before Christmas, and I worked the 3 days right after Christmas. So, yeah, there was no traveling out of town for me this year. I like that. Gator, this is from Mr. Tats. Gator, so long as you can find happiness in your day, it was a day worth living. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I don't think anybody could disagree with that. Sean Carl, 5 years to go. Is that if you retire early, or is that if you retire at full retirement? Oh, maybe you don't want to let that secret out of the bag. um, let's see what else we got here. Um, yeah, yeah, Chuck, isn't that true? I mean, I don't know what it is. Is it? It's like your system says, I just don't want to circulate that warm blood as much as I used to. And then the cold says, "Oh, hey, there's a victim. We'll get him." You know, yeah, it feels that way. Yeah, when you're leasing a vehicle, they usually don't like tow packages on them. I know if you lease a truck, yeah, they'll stipulate and allow a tow package, but you got to make darn sure that you're as fully insured as possible. They're real picky. Yeah. Sean Carl, retire at 65. I wasn't going to wait till 65. It's none of your business, but I turned 62 in February. Um, I'm not going to go grab it right now, but I should have set it out here in case this came up. But I got a new T-shirt that I'll share on my next live feed. Um, it's a birthday T-shirt. Yeah, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. Here in the U.S., full retirement age is 65. Um, you can early retire at 62. Oh yeah, Mister Taps. That's cold in the back. That's I know where you're going there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I just might have you come on up, spend a little time after I retire. You know, I can have put you up for a week maybe, and we'll go do some hiking, camping, whatever. Grandkids are always welcome to go hiking and camping with their grandpa's thigh. M. Miles. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I can't wait to get back out in the woods. Yeah. I enjoy the outdoors too much. I should have been born an animal. Oh yeah, Mr. Tets. Hey, those sturgeon monsters. Yeah, they are monsters. Um, alligator gars. I mean, they have them in northern Minnesota. They have them in Ontario. That an alligator gar is the ugliest dang fish you ever seen, and they get huge, huge. Boy, Chuck, I bet you that was tough for a couple of years. I'm I'm kind of low maintenance too. When things get tough, I go, oh yeah, it's just not quite as comfortable as it was. Life goes on. Hey, Mr. Tats. I that's one thing with my trailer that I'm doing is I'm trying to set up a system in it so that it's self-powered. Because for you folks that don't know, I'm on a CPAP machine. I can go a day or two without it, but boy, oh boy, I start getting on day 3, day 4, and I'm not getting any sleep, and I'm feeling sick, blah, 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 blah. And it really, really put a wrench in my outdoor activities because I love the overnighters. The doc says 1 or 2 nights, no more. And that on occasion, not all the time. You don't go 1 or 2 nights, come home, use the machine a night, and then go out for 1 or 2 nights again, and back and forth like, yeah. So I'm working on a way of setting up a power source in my trailer that can get me out there for a week at a time. Yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, Mr. Tats, I know everybody. Oh, that old animal. Yeah, oh, and I know you guys moved to town. Bummer. Yeah, that's why they call you Gator, huh? um, hey, cheesehead, dynamite shack school. Yeah, cheesehead, we're gonna have to go to that old CC site and cook us up some of them stuffed chicken breasts again. They were pretty darn good. Yeah, Mr. Tats, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it is in hindsight, but it is true. Solar panels or a generator? Well, I'm looking at both options. A battery bank, solar panels. There's a few issues that go with that. We'll see. Generator, it's the noise issue. I am not so keen on the noise issue, but yeah, I'm working on it. Yeah. Hey, flat broke Frank. Yeah. No kidding. um, spent more time out there as humans than we have lived in houses. Short arms and deep pockets. Oh yeah, I know what that's like. That's that's the one thing about retiring, going on a pretty limited fixed income. I've got everything I need. That's the best part. I'm established. I'm very well established. I got everything I need. So it'll work. It'll work. I know it'll work. Yep, fire's everything. It is. Fire's everything. If you can't make a fire, you better not make your way outside. Yeah, I knew you'd agree, Cheesehead. You know, I like that. It's called the natural world because we're natural. We should be out there, right? Oh boy, you can get into some arguments with some of the environmentalists on that one. Oh, you don't belong out there. I had that last. I had that happen to me last summer. Hiking into a spot by the Apostle Islands sea caves. I run into a couple of college age people, and they were ripping me a new one. They said, they said, because I had stopped on the trail and I was having a smoke. They said, you know, you have no business out here. I said, what do you mean I don't have any business out here? And they said, well, you're out here contaminating the air, flicking those ashes on the ground. And then I bet you'll even throw the cigarette butt on the ground. I told them, I said, I'll show you something. I reached in my pocket and I pulled out a whole handful of cigarette butts, all different kinds of them. None of them were mine because that was the first smoke I had had on the trail that day. I said, do you see these? Those are other people's. I picked them up and I'm taking them out of here. And they said, doesn't matter. People don't belong out here. I said, then what are you? What kind of animal are you that can talk to me? I said, you're saying people don't belong out here, but you're people. You're trying to kick me out of the woods, but you think you should be allowed to stay. I told him, I said, it's natural for me to be out here, just as it is for them. They have no business telling me that I'm disrupting nature just by being present. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. We're all part of this whole world, and doggone it, we have the right to be. We have the right to have full contact with Mother Nature if we so choose. And others need to just really stay out of it. If you're not out there destroying the environment, you're not out there destroying nature for no sake other than being reckless or careless, then by golly, they should stay out of it. I'm sorry, but that's definitely where Stuy's at on that. Um, yeah, Will, I can't believe you're turning 16. Oh. Oh, just so you folks know, Will is one of my grandsons. Owen is Will's brother, another grandson of mine. I believe I have 13 grandchildren, one great grandson, and I've got another grandchild on the way. Holy smokes. I'm going to have to rent a circus tent if they all come over for dinner. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Mr. Tats, I love it. That's really good. Environmentalists, vegetarians, vegans, they all taste good after a few weeks in the wild. Yeah, yeah. I had someone tell me once that they always bring a vegan with when they go out in the wilderness. Because if they get lost and they can't find any food, he was told that he could eat the plant life and survive. And he figured you are what you eat. So if he brings a vegan with, he's covered. Oh boy. Yeah, Mr. Tats, you're absolutely right. Okay, Cheesehead, we'll see ya. You take those pups for a run. We're gonna let this run for about an hour. We got another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to be shutting her down, just so everybody knows. This is going so much better than I had anticipated for the first live feed. And let me know, folks, is this coming across all right to you? I don't know how it is on the other side. So we're just doing what we do and hoping for the best on this end. So, let's see. And Mr. Tats, you're so right about full contact with nature. Can't avoid it. And those people that would have a shock in the future. Yeah, my grandson's talking about growing up. Yeah. Don't be in such a hurry, boys. You don't want to be in a hurry. Enjoy your childhood. I'm telling you, enjoy the childhood. I think in one of my live feeds, I want to get into a little discussion about how losing out on your childhood really can become a real disappointment later in your years. You'll look back and say, boy, oh boy, I should have taken more advantage of being young. So we'll go there some other time, though. Yeah, Mr. Tats, yeah. They don't get a lot. They don't get a lot anymore. I just don't have it. I give what I can, but there's so many of them, and you just can't. You just can't do it all. They all know I love them. That's the best gift I can give them. Is Grandpa Stein loves every one of them. So. Yeah, Gator, that's so true. And having a camp next to a park, lots of nature to be enjoyed. You're absolutely right. Well, thanks, Sean, for letting me know that it's coming through good. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it informal. In the future, it'd be kind of structured, but I really want the interaction with my viewers. I don't want to get into all I do is live feeds and we lose the posted video process. Um, I want both. I want the best of both worlds, and that's where we'll take it from there. Um, so boy, you guys are all complimentary. I appreciate it. I thank you. Yeah, great, 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 great. Boy, Mr. Tats, you got that right about be a kid whilst you can. Yeah, that's so true. And learn from others. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times I sit and reminisce of being a kid again. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Kids are missing out with all the technology we have today. It takes away from their eh, they're not as physically fit. I don't care what people say. Oh, they're healthier. Kids are healthier today. Oh no, they're not as physically fit as we were when we were kids. We were outdoors all the time. All the time. I mean, half the day in the house, half the day outdoors. That was our rule. Daylight meant outdoors. And if you could get away with being out after dark, you did that too. um, it was a whole different thing. And we had to be creative. We had to use our imaginations. We didn't have anybody pre designing our entertainment. We had to make it up ourselves. It was a whole different world. And I feel bad because kids miss that today. That it's just not there for them. And any chance I get, I try to encourage kids go out, be creative, put the phone down, put the laptop down, get away from that TV, just go out and be creative. Well, I don't know what to do. Good, because that's a clean slate. Go out there and just do whatever you do, but do it out there. Go out there, do something. Yeah, Chuck, I know what you're saying. And doing live feeds, I like live feeds, but when they're hour and a half, 2 hours, I've seen some that were longer than that. You you have no choice. You come in the middle, you come in towards the end. You might start at the beginning, but you don't have 2.5 hours, so you just watch a half hour of it. You're gone. So yeah, it's trying to find that happy medium between what the host wants to provide and what the viewers want to receive. So that's what I'm going to try to look for that balance to make. I'd like to see us all happy. You're absolutely right, Mr. Tats. You're grounded. You don't get to go outside. Oh no, that's bad. Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, indoors could be a punishment. And then now, and you're right. If you're not taking that kid somewhere, or if they're not walking with their buddies or friends off to something, they don't want to go outside. There's no reason to go out there. There's weather out there. Yeah, it's a whole different world. Yeah, Gator, you're so right. Uh-huh. Using gig holes in the bush, try and find pirate treasure. Now it's all on a game controller. Oh, Mr. Tats talking about, yeah, I tell you what, not having the woods is it? That doesn't mean woods don't mean anything. It's outdoors, and I love what you're saying about you had your own dinghy and you would explore. You take off and disappear up those estuaries, and you're just out. You're out of the building, out of the house. Mr. Tats has left the building to places unknown. He's in his dinghy. He's taking off somewhere. Getting right into the heart of nature. That's what I love to hear from folks. Um, yeah, Flatbrook Frank. Yeah, you just said what I was saying too. That's yeah. I'm not. I wasn't looking over here. Didn't realize that Frank saying it before I said it. Well, I've learned if somebody, and it doesn't even matter if it's a kid or an adult, doesn't matter. If we're trying to interact at all, and they pick that phone up and they're looking at that phone, I don't say nothing. I mean, I literally don't say nothing no more. I ain't talking to you because you're not talking with me. You're too interested in something else to give even a moment's interest in our relationship. So if your phone is that dang important, then you ain't getting nothing from me. So don't show up an hour later and say, um, I didn't catch what you were saying. Could you this for me or that? I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. I I got a phone over here. If it might ring, so I got nothing to say. I got no time for you because I got a phone. You know, no. Put that garbage away and pay attention to each other. Just just give each other the time. That dang piece of equipment, yeah, it's taken away from your life. It's not really enhancing it. It's not making it better. It's taking away from life more than it's giving to. I assure you it is. Boy, Mr. Tats, that sounded like, yeah, I can see why you meant, why you felt that was your kind of heaven, your idea of heaven. Oh, yeah. Hey, and Miles. Yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah, I used to have a driveway that was over a half mile long. Yeah, when that snow hit, ooh, work. Yeah. Hey, thanks for being on here. Um, hey guys, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to cut you guys off. We're gonna have to end this stream. Um, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up. There's so many of you. Um, I've really enjoyed every minute of it. It went well, and um, so I know I can do this again. So, um, so let's wrap it up, you guys. And hey, all of you, all of you have a really good day, rest of the day. For some of you, it's night. For some of you, it's might be morning. For us in the center of the United States, it's 1:13 in the afternoon. But to all of you, you all have a super nice day. And thanks for tagging along. And we'll see you in the next live. And hey, if you haven't seen it, go check out What a Ride, my latest video I posted up there. Until next time, this is Stice saying bye-bye.